What is up, everybody? Nick Fiore of Fiore's Nation here on YouTube. It is Thursday, July the 30th of 2026. We are almost in the month of August. It is Forbidden Podcast episode 35 here on the channel. SummerSlam preview predictions here on the channel for episode 35. I am Nick Fiore of Fiore's Nation, one half of the Forbidden Podcast. Supposed to go live an hour ago, 10:30, and I apologize. Trying to call Adam Carl to get his butt in here, hasn't showed up yet, so it looks like I'm riding solo here, at least for now. We'll see what happens throughout the stream, but maybe if he gets in, maybe comes in a little late, but show must go on. So at least for now, you got me, just like last week. So, but no worries, though, and I apologize for any inconvenience, and I'm sorry that with all that, but we're going to have some fun. We're going to talk SummerSlam this weekend, the build. We're going to talk about the matches on each night, 6 matches on night 1 and 6 matches on night 2. We'll go over the matches, give preview predictions, what could happen, any possibilities. We're going to go over that here on the channel, and other news as well. Not much other news on the past week going into SummerSlam this weekend, maybe 1 or 2, but it's really about it. Probably give thoughts on Redemption, but honestly, I didn't even watch AEW Redemption this past Sunday night, and it was a waste of time. I didn't even watch or order the pay-per-view. I did not waste my $50 on that. And I don't think anyone could blame me on that. So I didn't even watch the pay-per-view last Sunday night. I heard it was a waste of time show, and it was. And reading the results on X and stuff throughout social media, yeah, it was a waste of time. And I'm glad I did not waste my $50 on that garbage. So we'll probably talk about Redemption. And if I do, it won't be really long talking about it. It was just a waste of a time pay-per-view. But before we begin, I would like for you to hit the like on the video. It helps a lot in the YouTube algorithm. Same thing when you subscribe to Furious Nation. Also helps a lot in YouTube algorithm as well. Hit that bell for all notifications once you do subscribe to Furious Nation. And we got 270 subscribers looking at my count on YouTube. 270 subscribers, man. 270 subscribers. I would love to hit at least 280 by the end of August next month. In 2 days, it will be August. And man, I must say that the summer has flown by so fast. I mean, what happened to the summer? It's almost like it almost felt like the summer started yesterday. Now we're into the pretty much almost the second half of the summer. And before you know it, it'll be September. It'll be the fall time before you even blink. So it's crazy how fast the year has gone by, and a lot to look forward to in August. One of them being my 30th birthday on Sunday, August the 16th. I officially turned 30. Do have a little birthday celebration the day before, but turning 30 this mid-August. I'm very excited about that. The final days of being in my 20s. So I'll be 30 in mid-August, August 16th. So that I'm looking forward to. And though it does say, though if Adam Carl were with me, would show on the thumbnail screen or the graphic screen or what have you, the background image, FioreNick579. That is my X or Twitter account at FioreNick579. Sorry, something the wrong pipe. FioreNick579 at FioreNick579 on X. Go follow me on X at FioreNick579. Facebook, Nicholas Period 31 over on Facebook as well as Instagram at Nicholas Fiore 2014. And then last but certainly not least, TikTok at Furious Nation. Again, that is at Furious Nation over on TikTok. And we might as well begin Oh, I thought I got something. Never mind. So might as well start with the SummerSlam. Actually, you know what? I think I have some minor stories here a little bit. So let me just look this up. Bear with me. Right here. A little bit of some wrestling news if this thing ever wants to work today. My computer, my notes want to work today. I know sometimes technology is still stubborn, but not really a whole lot of major news outside of SummerSlam taking place this weekend. So honestly, this may be just like a quick stream. Honestly, there's not really much news in the wrestling community going into SummerSlam this weekend. Well, not a good week, just like last week for wrestling for WWE and AEW this week. Raw this past Monday was one of the worst shows of the year. That Joe Hendry and Danhausen concert, don't even get me fucking started on that. That was so fucking bad. Awful. Like, is Vince McMahon running secretly, or like what the fuck's going on? Like, that segment was so awful. So awful. And whoever came up with that pitch in the back should be fired almost immediately. That's how fucking bad that was. I don't even want to waste my whole breath on that for like 30 fucking minutes. That's how bad it was. And it was that bad. We had Obafemi and Brock Lesnar in Hell in a Cell weigh-in that did nothing really much for me. I understand what they were trying to do, but it did nothing much for me. It should be a good Hell in a Cell, hopefully, on night one, which Oba and Brock are on night one for SummerSlam. We got Raquel Rodriguez from the Judgment Day as the new Women's Intercontinental Champion. Happy for Raquel, but they didn't really do much of anything with Sol Ruca as Intercontinental Champion for the women. And happy for Raquel, but it's okay. Happy for Raquel, but it's like, okay. We had Otis and Akira Tozawa, the Alpha Academy versus the Vision for the World Tag Team titles, and they're leaving Braun Breaker off the SummerSlam card. Why? This man, Braun Breaker, last year was on SummerSlam in New Jersey a year ago, tagging with Braun Strowman against Jey Uso and Roman Reigns at SummerSlam a year ago, and now look at him, he's off the SummerSlam card. Why? It's fucking ridiculous how it's just, and even again, this guy, Braun Breaker, went from challenging CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship in Brooklyn on the first Raw of this year, which I was at live. He went from that, and 6 months later, he's now in tag team slop on Monday Night Raw with the most worthless group in wrestling today outside of the Death Riders, the Vision. The fucking Vision. The sooner we get Braun Breaker out of the Vision, the better for Braun Breaker in his career. And did you see this past Monday on Raw where Austin Theory is next to Maxine Dupree and Braun Breaker had the look on his face like he'd rather be anywhere else but where he was at. Like he didn't want to be there. Like he's sitting there like all fucking depressed. Do you blame him? Because I certainly don't. Fucking shit, terrible creative. Get Braun Breaker out of the Vision, please. It's doing nothing for him. Nothing. Terrible. Absolutely fucking terrible. And then the rest of Raw, like I said, the Danhausen Joe Hendry concert, waste of fucking time. Like I said, just awful, awful segment. One of the worst segments in Raw history and one of the worst segments of this year. It'll definitely go up there for worst segments of the year when we do Year in the Word show for Furious Nation at the end of the year. Mark my words. Mark my words. We also had the Uso segment I didn't really care for that. The only redeeming quality of that and of the entire show, honestly, was Solo Sikoa. Ever since Solo Sikoa has left the MFTs and it's been on his own as a babyface, Sikoa, almost like the shackles are off and he is finally a free man. Like he's finally himself now. Like what you see of Solo Sikoa right now, this is who he is. This is who Sikoa is. And I hope they never turn this guy heel again. I hope they never have this guy in a faction or in the Bloodline or MFTs ever again. That just held him down. And now look him ever since he left Tama Tonga and Tala Tonga. And where are Tama and Tala now exactly? Oh, yeah, that's right. Schmucks losing to Finn Balor every week on SmackDown. They were fed to Finn Balor every fucking week on SmackDown the past couple weeks, losing clean to Balor. And especially Tala Tonga, a guy like him, 7-foot guy like him, losing to Finn Balor, a guy who's the size of Tala's leg, and Tala loses clean to him on SmackDown a few weeks ago. Yeah, and I'm supposed to take Tala Tonga seriously, right? Sure thing. Sure thing, buddy. My point is, Solo Sikoa leaving the MFTs was the best thing to ever happen to Solo Sikoa. Say what you want about Triple H the past year or so, but if there's one thing he's done right, is get Solo Sikoa away from the fucking MFTs. That was the worst part of SmackDown throughout 2025. And then going into this year. And Solo Sikoa is out of the MFTs. The MFTs are pretty much done for. Thank God. Thank God. And now Solo Sikoa is finally himself, and he's genuinely funny. He's charismatic. He's not a bad wrestler at all. He even mocked Jey Uso like nobody wants the yeet, and I actually laughed a little bit rewatching it later after Monday night 2 days ago. And Solo's and Solo's starting to get over, man, to the point where if this keeps up, if he wants to be still on his own, away from any group, and maybe put him in the mid card on SmackDown, maybe challenge for the US title. Listen, I wouldn't mind that. If Solo Sikoa keeps this up, I would have no issue with that. A babyface Solo versus any heel in the mid card, anybody on SmackDown, I would not mind that whatsoever if this keeps up with Solo Sikoa. But I'm liking what he's doing, and it feels like I said, it feels like he's finally more free and more. He's more allowed to be himself. Like this heel enforcer, that's not who Solo Sikoa is. And I feel like the past 4 years, Solo Sikoa was being what he was like the way they portrayed him on television, he was something that he wasn't. He was being something that he was not. And now he's finally allowed to be himself. And you see what happens when you do that. And he was the best part of that entire segment. Him and LA Knight are probably the best thing of this entire bloodline slop. Solo Sikoa and LA Knight. So that I will say on that. The rest of the show, yeah, with Raw this past Monday, yeah, fuck off with that. SmackDown last Friday was not that good. Outside of Nick Aldis and Gunther and their contract signing to open SmackDown last week. And then CM Punk and Cody Rhodes had a very good promo this past Friday on SmackDown as well. Then obviously Sami Zayn, backstage segment with Adam Pearce. That was also good as well. Speaking of, I mentioned Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis and Gunther's officially set for SummerSlam, and Nick Aldis relinquishes his SmackDown GM duties. It looks like Adam Pearce is doing both Raw and SmackDown for now, at least. I don't know about after SummerSlam, Adam Pearce doing both. I'm not sure about that, if he can do both. That's too much. But I've said here, and Adam Carl said the same thing, if Nick Aldis is going to be a wrestler on SmackDown coming post SummerSlam for the foreseeable future, if that is the case, and we do get a new SmackDown GM, I've said it, Adam Carl said it, AJ Styles as the new SmackDown GM. I've said it countless times. If you want to do that, if that's the plan, to have a new SmackDown GM, I would absolutely have AJ Styles in that role. If you want him on TV again, and he's too good to not be on TV, even though he's retired in the Hall of Fame, no reason why you can't use him. So I don't see why not. Have AJ Styles back on WWE television again. Have him as a SmackDown general manager. You know, SmackDown was the place, the house that AJ Styles built, and AJ Styles has a history with both Nick Aldis and Gunther. It makes all the sense in the world, and that's something I would not mind whatsoever, and it would bring something fresh to SmackDown with AJ Styles as SmackDown general manager, in my opinion. And you need more people like AJ, and shout out to Jonathan Coachman and JD from NY206 with the 2 count every late Tuesday morning. Coachman said this a few episodes ago, and shout out to him. He makes a very good point. You need more people in the back in WWE that are not going to just be straight up yes men and kiss asses. AJ Styles is not one of them. And you have AJ Styles in the back and also run SmackDown. I think that would be a great move, and they need more people like that. People who have been wrestlers, who know wrestling, who understand wrestling and get wrestling. Right now, there's in the back a lot of faceless suits and ties who really don't know anything about pro wrestling, and you need more people with wrestler experience in the back who get it, who know what needs to be done as far as the product is concerned, because right now they don't have that. But if you had AJ Styles in the mix, I think that would be a very good move, because he was a wrestler and he knows what is good, what is not good, what sells, what doesn't sell, what gets over, what doesn't. And AJ Styles just, I feel like he would have a good mind for the business, and I feel that, you know, I think AJ there would be a breath of fresh air. I don't see why not. So you need, and like I said, you need more people like that are not just going to be suck ups and kiss asses. And AJ Styles certainly is not one of them at all. So AJ Styles, I think, as SmackDown GM, I think that would be a very good move. And again, it makes all the sense in the world. So that's something I would not mind at all. So I don't know if that's their plan, but we'll see. But I did like the Gunther Nick Aldis contract signing to open SmackDown last week. That was pretty good. Other than that, it was him, Nick. The only SmackDown was not that good at all this past Friday. The only good was Gunther Nick Aldis in the opening, Cody and Punk in the middle of the show. They had a very good promo segment where CM Punk said that all the people, John Cena and Orton and all these other people that have stabbed you in the back, Cody, that have turned on you, Cody, that Punk said to Cody that then that makes me your only friend. And Punk said something about stabbing him in the front and stuff like that. And there were some boos to Cody as well. But there was a very good promo in the middle of the show between Cody and Punk right there. You did have also Charlotte Flair and Nia Jax. No one asked for that. I didn't care for that. You had the Jade Cargill and the Not So Baddies. I didn't care for that either. Kiana James, Chelsea Green, okay. Like both ladies, but I mean, the way it was booked, it didn't do much for me. And both ladies deserve better. We also had Sami Zayn, like I said, also in the show, backstage with Adam Pearce, Sami Zayn. Finn Balor beat Damian Priest. Finn Balor, he won a fiddle. Finn Balor beat Damian Priest. Where is it? Hold on, I'm looking it up for the SmackDown main event of last week. Finn Balor. Hold on. There we go. So the main event of SmackDown last week, Fatal 4-Way, with the winner facing Sami Zayn at SummerSlam. And Finn Balor in a Fatal 4-Way on SmackDown, main event of SmackDown last week. Finn Balor won a Fatal 4-Way, defeating Royce Keys, Trick Williams, U.S. champion, and Damian Priest, and U.S. champion Trick Williams. And Finn Balor won. And it'll be Finn Balor versus Sami Zayn at SummerSlam on night 2, with the winner being the number 1 contender for the WWE Championship, which that should be a good match on night 2 SummerSlam. And they brought up the fact Finn Balor was Universal Champion at SummerSlam last year, but he didn't even hold it long at all because during the match at SummerSlam in Brooklyn because now I like the attention to detail they did here was Finn Balor being Universal Champion, the first ever Universal Champion at SummerSlam 10 years ago in 2016 in Brooklyn at Barclays Center, which I was there live, by the way. And during the match, Finn Balor injured his shoulder with Seth Rollins at SummerSlam 2016, and Balor won, become the first ever, the inaugural Universal Champion. The next night on Raw, due to a shoulder injury, he had to relinquish the championship, and he never lost it. So he never even got a chance to see what he could do with the Universal Championship because he got injured in the match with Seth at SummerSlam in 2016. So I like that. I do like they brought up that fact. So I actually like that they brought up that fact. And now we're getting Finn Balor and Sami Zayn at SummerSlam. I mean, Sami Zayn should be in the title match at SummerSlam, but I am glad, though, that they're not leaving Sami off the card. If they would have left Sami Zayn off the card, that would have been absolutely fucking ridiculous, and we would have had a big fucking problem. Oh, and would you look at that? Adam Carl is here. Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Carl, the man is here.
Well, I made it, just like I said last week.
Yeah.
So, better late than never this time.
That's true. That is very true. And we missed you, Adam Carl, last week, and finally glad to have you back on here, buddy.
Yeah, I'll only do the. I think I'm gonna be there though for a short time, because I got some other stuff to do. Maybe do the SummerSlam preview prediction. Then you can do the TV shows.
Well, actually, I'm not even going to waste time on the TV shows because this week was a horrible week for wrestling. Monday Night Raw this past Monday, SmackDown, NXT was actually not bad 2 nights ago with Mike Santana and the Grayson Waller pipe bomb. Oh, no, I don't know what the fuck happened. There was an internet connection. Internet connection's good. That was weird. Fucking weird. I have no idea. But strange. Anyways, as I was saying, Finn Balor, Sami Zayn officially set for SummerSlam. Sami Zayn should be in the WWE title match at SummerSlam if it was up to me booking this thing.
Just updating.
Oh, okay, yeah, the Adobe thing. Oh, yeah, that's that thing. I get that sometimes, but yeah, Raw, SmackDown, just this past Monday, Raw, last week, SmackDown, just not good shows. Outside of with SmackDown, the Gunther, Aldis, Punk, Cody, and Sammy, and Finn Balor won the Fatal 4-Way, but not really that good of a show Friday. Raw was really bad 3 days ago. NXT was actually decent. You had Grayson Waller
segment,
the pipe bomb.
Yeah,
he's been found.
Yeah, he's alive.
Yes, and he buried Austin Theory and the Vision, your favorite group.
It was lovely.
You loved it, bro? I thought you loved Austin Theory and Maxine Dupree of the Vision. I thought you were obsessed with them, bro.
The Vision is awful.
I
still want to know who was worse between them or the Judgment Day.
Or the Death Riders?
I would take the Death Riders any day over them. Just take out Wheeler Eustace and Eddie Garcia.
There you go. But holy shit. And and then Grayson Waller calling Austin Theory like carrying around dead weight and calling him a Marty Jannetty, and he still can't cut a promo.
He's not wrong.
Nope. And Grayson Waller, man, I mean, no more catering for him. And you know what? In all seriousness, he cut a good promo. And you know what? I'm happy he's back. I mean,
honestly, I'm just glad he's being
so criminally underutilized and deserves so much better. And now he's in NXT, probably the best thing for him.
Honestly, I don't know where he is, where the guy is, but I honestly feared for the guy's job.
I'm surprised he didn't the cuts in April.
Yeah, I'm just glad he's getting an opportunity. Like, the guy's criminal, the guy's talented. He's been criminally not being used.
Yeah, they had
NXT is like the right place for him.
Absolutely, and he cut that pipe bomb. I mean, absolutely. Given I mean, I would not, if he was NXT champion, dude, I would not mind it. And he's not been NXT champion before, so why not?
Yeah,
it's just like, I feel Grayson Waller is the better wrestler. No disrespect to Austin Theory. Waller may be the better star than Theory, in my opinion. Well, that's a subjective thing, but Austin Theory, oh, well, he shaved his head. He beat John Cena at WrestleMania. What has that done for Austin Theory, I ask? Better question on top of all. Has it done anything for his career? Has it advanced his career?
It did as much for his career as Solo Sikoa's. Well, when he himself beat John Cena. Nothing.
Yeah. Oh, but he's with Maxine Dupree like a Edge and Lita.
Do not ever compare Edge and Lita to these two geeks again.
And by the way, Paul Heyman left the division. No wonder.
Yeah. Angelina had nuclear heat.
That speaks volumes, bro, when Paul Heyman left the division.
Maxine Dupree and Austin Theory, all they do is cut promos during commercial breaks.
Yeah. And then they make out and stuff. Just awful. Oh, well, you got Bronson Reed coming back. You got Braun Breaker. And you see the depressing look on Braun Breaker. Like he'd rather be anywhere else but this past Monday on Raw. Like
he literally looked like he gave up on this group.
Like he felt dead inside.
I too would be dead inside if I went from being planned to win the Royal Rumble to being stuck in a death faction.
Oh, well, we can't shove Braun Breaker down everyone's throats. You run the risk.
What risk? What fucking risk? This guy's 28, 29 years old. Was getting over. You were building him up as a main eventer.
Yeah, what was Triple H's concern of like the shove down everyone's throats? I mean,
you just had him spear Seth Rollins on Monday Night Raw, on the night Rollins vacated the World Championship.
I don't know. I don't know why I think it's like he's like afraid they're gonna shove everyone down the throats.
But no, we're stuck with that. But no, we're gonna be stuck with Bloodline slob.
Well, don't blame Triple H for that shit. I thought you liked him.
Why? What has Roman Reigns done with the World Heavyweight Championship since WrestleMania that has been so captivating that we gotta keep the belt on him?
He was gonna be full-time. Now it looks like Roman went back to part-time ways.
All the while, meanwhile, Braun Breaker could be right now the World Heavyweight Champion.
And Braun Breaker was gonna be winning the Rumble. That would have been great.
It's just ridiculous.
Oh, well, Triple H said you can't. There's like a little bit of concerns of shoving Braun Breaker down everyone's throats. Can't you understand that?
You're worried about somebody being shoved down our throat. Meanwhile, you gave it to the guy who was shoved down our throats for 10 years.
Well, he isn't now.
Vince McMahon was
a decade ago, yes.
Yeah. Who Vince McMahon tried desperately to get over, and yet the people were booing him out of the building.
Yeah.
The logic of this company is mind blowing.
Oh, well, who would you get rid of?
I don't know. Bruce Pritchard, Ed Skoski, Michael Hayes.
And Triple H just had to have creative. He just like signs off on it. Like, I don't know what's going on over there.
And watching WWE Unreal makes these people even dumb.
Yeah, it's
because
really
they're revealing all of this.
It's really WWE Unreal has truly exposed how inept this current creative administration team is. It's awful. It really shows how clueless they are.
And they're showing it gladly. That's the other thing. They're showing it gladly to the people on live TV or on streaming, whenever you watch it.
When you have Bruce Pritchard saying, "Oh, Trick Williams and Obafemi, people like them, we need to be patient with them too because they're not going to be fucking ready."
We have the same faces, the same people running creative the last 50 years.
Garbage.
Can we get some fresh faces, some new blood on that creative team? Some people with new ideas, fresh ideas.
Yeah, maybe like I mentioned, AJ Styles on SmackDown as a general manager for SmackDown. AJ Styles. And
yeah, instead of people I get rid of people like Pritchard and Hayes.
Yeah, and when you have Jonathan Coach would even say they need more people in the back in WWE who are not going to be straight up kiss asses to the WWE. AJ Styles would
exactly.
He's not one of them. He's not wrong. I mean, you have Coachman saying that. I mean, he's not wrong. Jonathan Coachman is not telling lies there.
Yeah,
and even El Juggalo. What's up, man? Whoop. ICP made their AEW debut last night. Yeah, last night's AEW, but then he says AEW is also not innocent of this crap that WWE is doing. Yeah, both companies suck right now. Both companies right now are bad. There's no story. There's nothing to sink your teeth into. There's nothing exciting. Where's the excitement here? Where is it?
There's no excitement.
Oh, well, they're not bad shows. There's just no excitement and you feel nothing. Well, you feel nothing.
Like you feel nothing watching either show.
It's just slop. Oh, well, you're just a hater. You're just haters and you love to hate. Why don't you stop hating or find something else to watch?
Oh yeah, so yes, the excuse, don't like it, don't watch it.
Yeah, the typical don't like it, don't watch it, weak counter argument excuse. It's like, do you know how dumb you sound when you say that fucking shit? Oh, don't like it, don't watch it. If the product is good, we'll say it's good. If the product sucks, we're gonna say it sucks. If you don't like what we're saying, go listen to somebody else who's gonna blow smoke up WWE's and AEW's asses. We won't do that here. We'll praise the good and call out the bad. Right now, there's nothing good of both companies right now. Both companies suck currently.
Like there's no excitement in the business right now in 2026. This is what? This is the lowest state that wrestling has been in a while.
Yeah. And this past Monday on Raw, man, that Danhausen Joe Hendry segment, fucking god awful. God awful.
Like you had AEW Redemption, which was one of AEW's worst pay-per-views in a long time, and AEW happens to produce the best pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Like they rarely miss. Like they rarely, if ever, miss when it comes to pay-per-views. But this one was a big miss, a big swing and a miss.
Yep.
Then you have this past Wednesday on Dynamite, where your main event of the show, I'm not making this up, your main event match was
an overrun, by the way.
Yeah, your main event match was the Not So Demand winning the Trios Championships.
Hey, what?
I am not making this up.
Oh my god, why? Rick
I
Trevor
am not.
and Bishop Gunn and Toa Leona.
Yes, the main event match on Dynamite was Ricochet, Total Leone, Bishop Khan defeating the conglomeration to win the Trios Championship with the help of the Lethal Twist. Yes, the
Who?
Not So Demand and the Lethal Twist.
Who?
Yeah, jobbers. They helped the Not So
Are
Demand
you
win the
fucking
Trios
kidding
title.
me? So you mean to tell me, I didn't even watch Dynamite last night, but you mean to tell me you have the Trios titles, the main event your show, and mind you, a post pay-per-view Dynamite, we're supposed to be on the road to All In, and this is the effort they're giving us into their biggest show of the year.
The main event segment. This was the main event match. The main event segment was Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega. In all fairness, in a great promo battle.
Yeah,
we had Willow Nightingale and Mercedes in a promo battle, which was actually good.
Yeah, that was good. Even the Bucks and Open Cage even had a good sit down segment.
Yeah, honestly, that's what carried Dynamite for me. It was those segments.
Yeah.
But then what does Tony Khan do? Like that's what they need on these shows. They need segments, intriguing segments to build for your biggest matches. I think that's the one part I would say with the main event, the women's segment, and then the tag team titles. With Edge and Christian, the Bucks. I mean, they did a good job building up those matches. I think they need to continue doing that.
Yeah.
But then what else would they book on the show? What a triple threat match for the national title. Andrade, Jack Perry, and who else? I think it was there was somebody else. Who was it? Andrade, Jack Perry, and was it Speedball? No. Speedball was in a trio. Was it a 6-man tag?
Yeah, I'm looking this up right now. he beat Nick Wayne. Yeah, irrelevant.
Yeah, great. Yeah, Nick Wayne and Jack Perry and Andrade. At least Andrade retained.
Yeah. I do want to bring up El Juggalo's comments
We
also.
had we had the Commander challenging John Moxley for the Continental title. Yes, this is the best we have for John Moxley, folks.
Against
this is the best we have for him. Yeah, who do you think won? Yeah, the same Commander, by the way, who lost a international title #1 contenders match
in a ladder match or redemption, and here he is getting a title shot against John Moxley. Why? I couldn't tell you.
And what do you think happened? The Commander said they fighting chance. Did he stood and defeated the big evil John Moxley? Did he stood a chance at winning? Of course not.
Commander had a better chance of winning 100 tacos in a contest than beating John Moxley.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. John Moxley won, as he should.
Dynamite was a fucking waste of time. Dynamite was trash. Dynamite was a bad show. Oh, well, it was a good show. It was good graps. Good graps that meant what in the end? Absolutely nothing. It's just there. Random title matches given out to people who don't deserve it. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? And we're going into All In. This is AEW's WrestleMania of the calendar year, and this is the effort they're putting out. They should all be ashamed of themselves with what they're doing. Ashamed of themselves. Oh, and it looks like they had Adam Carl out of the chat. I don't know, maybe did Tony Khan hack the chat, bro? I mean, do you not go what you were saying? I mean, too bad. I mean, AEW is just like WWE is ice cold right now. AEW right now is also very, very fucking ice cold. And I'll juggle in the chat. I've rarely watched the promotions unless there's something major happening. Don't blame you. Then hell, and I'm Carl's back. Maybe Tony Khan didn't like what we were saying, but Juggalos, hell, the Juggalos have better booking than WWE and AEW. This is a one dispute this claim. Adam, don't say the business is declining when in reality it's the major promotions. The indies are doing fine. Absolutely. Killer Cross is killing it. The New Day, Kofi and Xavier, now Kofi and Austin Creed, they're going to kill it. You seen that video recently a day ago on X. Very emotional.
I mean, the independents are doing fine. And obviously, the MLWs, the Juggalos.
Yes. I'd even say Awesome Championship Wrestling in Poughkeepsie, New York. I'd even say them. They're killing it. They had Killer Cross retain against Matt Riddle the last ACW show 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's just the reason I say it's declining is the reason why I say this is because you got the two major companies, obviously WWE and AEW, and they're not in a hot period right now, which unfortunately which unfortunately reflects badly on the business itself. When you got the two major when you got the #1 and #2 companies, not in a good state right now, it just brings everyone else down.
It really does. That's not
even if the smaller promotions are doing good.
Yeah. Then Gogo says Tony Khan even screwed up ICP's AEW debut. Then he says didn't even put them on the main feed, just the pre-show on my AEW and on the TikTok interviews, which are now lost media.
Yeah, he had the debut right before Dynamite.
Yeah.
I believe Rhino had a dark match just before Dynamite as well.
And no Motor City Machine Guns, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, all this talk about the Motor City Machine Guns being on Dynamite because they're in Detroit, and yet the Michigan guy who appeared was Rhino. No hate towards it, but for all this hype, him, and he didn't even appear on the main show. He was on he appeared in a dark match for the show.
Or at least show a cameo, but they didn't even do that.
Yeah. He probably beat some jobber on the dark match.
Yeah, that's if anyone gives a fuck about that. But yeah, Dynamite, a waste of a time show. And we're going into All In, which is AEW's WrestleMania. They need to be putting their best foot effort forward, and they're not doing that. They should be ashamed of themselves.
Yeah, not just we're heading it to All In, we're heading it to SummerSlam too.
Yeah.
And we have one more SmackDown left.
We have Julia and Lash Legend set for the final spot in the 5-woman interim women's title ladder match. Lash Legend and Julia. I'm going with Julia.
I am going with Lash.
Really? Why go with Lash?
They have one heel in the ladder match so far.
Who gives a shit? Who cares if it's one heel?
Unfortunately, I think they're gonna have. I'm going with what I think they'll do, not with what I mean. I want Julia to win. I want Julia to win, but do I think she will win? No.
She might.
It's going to be Lash.
You never know. Maybe Nia.
It's going to be Lash Legend.
Maybe Nia costs Lash the match. maybe. Here's the thing. Maybe Nia inadvertently costs Lash the match. And what if we get a Nia Lash feud coming out of?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Please no.
Would anyone ask for that? I wouldn't.
No.
A Nia Jax and Lash Legend and Nia Jax feud on SmackDown.
unless this leads to Mara Shante returning.
Yes.
And we get her and Lash back together. That's the only reason I'd accept it.
I'm actually surprised you said that. Yeah, she's now a free agent from TNA. She's the former Jakara Jackson from NXT before she got released in the spring of last year. Now she was Mara Sade on TNA. Now she's a free agent. Typical LOL TNA, not like being broke as fucking, can't retain their talent. Typical LOL TNA, but she's now a free agent.
Yeah, unless it leads to her returning and reuniting with Lash. That's the only reason I'd accept a Lash Nia feud. Otherwise, no.
I would not. If that happens, I would not mind that, actually.
Yeah.
And I don't watch TNA much, but I don't know if you've watched Mara Sade. What do you think of her lately on TNA? I don't watch TNA.
She's good. She's improved leaps and bounds. I'll give her credit.
So I mean, if there's a plan to bring her back, and honestly, she was a noob. I don't know if they really should have let her go. She was just new.
Yeah.
I don't know about really letting her go in the first place last year. She was just new, just learning.
Yeah, she was actually improving too, even before getting released. I never understand. Why would you release her? Why not just call her up with Lash?
I know they see a lot in Lash, but I feel Lash and Sade is probably better than Lash and Nia. Lash and Sade / Jakara were actually entertaining down in NXT when they were, especially with Noam Dar and Oro Menza down in NXT. They were actually very entertaining. The metaphor, they were very entertaining. And they had charisma to them.
Yeah, like even then, I still don't understand why they let her go.
If they want to bring her back, if she wants to go back, I would not mind it if that's the plan, to put her with Lash. Lash and Nia is just not working out. The Irresistible Forces, and they're not even booked like that, and they're not good.
Yeah, Irresistible Forces. Yeah, more like the Irresistible Geeks.
It's like really doing nothing. It's really doing nothing for either woman paired together, Lash and Nia.
Like when was the last time they even won a match? When was the last time they looked threatening?
Maybe they're supposed to be the women's tag titles, but that's about it.
Yeah, like they're supposed to be these two unstoppable behemoths in the division, and they're anything but that.
Yeah.
Like Nia Jax just lost two. She lost 2 qualifying matches. Make them look like an idiot.
Well, at least she has a good case because she was robbed.
Yeah. Yeah, she had a good case.
It's not like she lost clean then asked for another shot. That would have been different. Then I want shit all over that.
Yeah, Like she loses twice. She gets robbed, and you're not giving her another shot. Like this is the other thing. Why didn't they just do like a last chance match? Like for example,
For not.
like if you lost your first qualifier match, you get everyone that lost. They're just placed in a match. They get a last chance match.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Like come on.
Yeah. I don't fucking know. But yeah, that was SmackDown Friday. Then, like I said, Finn Balor won a fatal 4-way match to get Sami Zayn at SummerSlam. Again, I'm glad they're not leaving Sami off the card. That would be fucking ridiculous, big time.
Yeah.
But
I'm just glad that he's on the card somehow, some way. If you're not gonna put him in the championship match with Cody and CM Punk.
if it was up to me, I would put him in the title match, no questions asked. But if you're not going to do that, you can't leave him off the card because he's the best part of SmackDown and the product right now. And no way in hell you're leaving him off the fucking card. No way.
Well, at least he gets Finn Balor on the SummerSlam card somehow. At least he gets him on the card, which I'm okay with.
And he's had momentum lately. Why would you not put him on the card in a meaningful way?
Yeah.
You know, but that was SmackDown Friday. Monday was off. We also had Rusev, Javon Evans. Good match. I did see some footage of Rusev like no selling a finish from Javon after blue pinned by Javon Evans. People are
I don't think it's
unhappy or that he doesn't like to lose or whatnot. I think Sapp even debunked this.
Yeah. Don't believe those people when they say that Rusev walked out. He didn't.
Or he's not happy with creative. He's frustrated and he knows how to finish.
No, don't believe these people.
After he was pinned by the OG Cutter, he immediately rolled out and got up like no sell the offense, and he just walked right out.
Did the camera even catch it? Did the WWE camera even catch it?
No, but if you watch like the live during the show live camera, you see it. But I think Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select even said, no, none of this is true. He's not frustrated or he's not unhappy or whatnot.
Like this is what other wrestlers do. This is what wrestlers do when they lose a match. They get immediately out of the ring. They just know, like they just shouldn't show it on camera.
There will be other people that bring up, oh, guys like Rusev don't like putting others over. They don't like to lose, and they play politics. They don't want to put this one over, that one over, and they don't like to lose with this one or that one, the politics. I mean, wrestling's a very political game, too.
If Rusev didn't like putting over Javon Evans, he wouldn't have done it on Raw.
That's another story people are making up. Like, Rusev plays politics. He doesn't like losing, and, that don't work for me, and well, that'll work for me, brother, and stuff like that.
Clearly they don't watch the shows.
Like how, like Roman Reigns. I mean, Roman Reigns is a politician. Cody Rhodes is too. That's a definite. But Rusev, I think people make up these made-up narratives that they want to spread around and try and make others look bad. That's very typical.
Like he's a mid-carder. He's a mid-carder. How could a mid-carder be a politician?
Yeah, There are people out there that will spread up lies and bullshit to make other people look bad. It's disgusting.
It is.
I think they even said the same thing about Aleister / Malachi Black. Like, he had a back injury, but he didn't want to lose in singles competition. That's why he had him in a trio. So when his time in AEW, he didn't want to lose clean in a singles way. Or I don't believe that for a second from the start. And it's not true at all.
His back injury was someone that he already had from 2020, 2021.
Yeah.
And even then he came back after 6 months? It wasn't like he was out for that for a long time for a back injury.
Yeah, and it was all fucking debunked. All fucking debunked. But yeah, then Ethan Page and Rey Mysterio. I love those two, but does it mean anything?
Like we've seen these two fight already for months. Like, can we move on to something new for Ethan Page?
Like, why are we doing this again?
Yeah.
Obafemi, Brock Lesnar weigh-in. That did nothing for me. Obafemi almost killed the police officers going at Oba, and Oba attacking the officers. Make it realistic, please. Shouldn't Oba be charged for assault on a police officer? Make this realistic. Then Triple H was in there, and then it's like
it was his birthday.
Oba's beating up on the cops. couldn't you just raise the cage?
Maybe the police guards they are afraid of Oba Femi.
Then Brock's giving the finger, calling Oba a bitch. And then Oba tried to fall from grace powerbomb one of the cops. You saw that botch. The cop almost landed on his head.
Were these cops even trained to take bumps?
I don't know, but
like either they are not trained, or they either they weren't trained, or they clearly didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah. And then the World Tag Team title match, the Vision retain against Alpha Academy. Then Otis gets a chair shot in the back of the head. And they're leaving Braun Breaker off the SummerSlam card, by the way. Makes sense, right?
Great. What are the few interesting stories that you were building, and yet you want to blow it off on Monday Night
How
Raw?
the mighty have fallen for Braun Breaker. Oh, but he's a future piece of the company. He's a future World Heavyweight Champion. You have to acknowledge that.
Does that look like a future World Heavyweight Champion to you right now?
No. Fuck no, it doesn't. The way
he's the third wheel. He's the third wheel in a dead faction.
Austin Theory looks like is being positioned as the star of that group. Well, Austin Theory is not a star.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the faction that was made for the purpose of making Braun Breaker world champion, by the way,
and to get him over.
Yeah, this faction was designed to get him over, and yet he is the third most important guy in his own group.
Like, what the fuck are we doing with this? What are we doing with Braun Breaker? Can we get him away from the Vision? And better yet, get him on SmackDown with Paul Heyman.
Better yet, can we disband the Vision? Is there a way we can disband them?
Yeah, the Vision is dead. It's been dead.
Yeah, they should have been broken up 6 months ago.
Holy fuck, like, terrible.
That's cool.
Unbelievable. But yeah, Raw was one of the worst shows of the year in the history of Raw this past Monday. Not a good show at all this past Monday on Raw. SmackDown last week, not good outside of a few things. NXT, Grayson Waller pipe bomb promo, and then Mike Santana now Cruz Montana. It's the other thing. Mike Santana is no more. It's now Cruz Santana on NXT. I know some people.
واحد نايم واحد في الشارع اغديهم ازاي بقى قبل ما تيجي وهم واحد بره غديوه في الف مسكن
قوة الا بالله اللي بيبتدوا يفتكروا يتحركوا الوقت
Sorry about that. So yeah, Mike Santana. Also, I think he main evented NXT Tuesday. He's now Cruz Montana. So Mike Santana is now Cruz Montana. What are your thoughts on this name change? Because I was thinking this is just not good at all. But I think looking back, I mean, if you're going to do a name change, do it for a good reason. And the name change only
It's a
goes
tribute
so
to his
far.
dad.
It is.
It's a tribute to his dad. I'm not gonna shit on that. I can understand the meaning of that name to him.
Yeah, I think with his father, I think he lost his father 6 years ago.
Yeah, unfortunately, sadly.
And then the name Montana, a character from the same film who preached Latino empowerment and positive change. And Cruz from the word Cruz, also Candelaria, a character who overcame addiction and rebuilt his life, mirroring Santana's personal recovery. With Cruz,
I think it's actually also the name of Montana. Was there a character in Scarface called Tony Montana?
Yes.
I think this was the TV character that Scott Hall built his Razor Ramon character around.
Yes,
based on.
Right on that. Yeah. And then the symbolic Cruz meaning cross, representing the heavy struggles and burdens he's carried and overcome. And Montana means the mountain, inspired by his daughter telling him that he can move mountains for what he wants. So it's a tribute to his family, his father, and his daughter. I mean, I can't really shit on that. And look, a name change only goes so far. A name doesn't really make or break a career in any company. As long as they're booked right, that's really all I care about. A name change only goes so far. I mean, look at when Fergal Devitt became Finn Balor, Kenta became Hideo Itami, or Kevin Steen became Kevin Owens, El Generico to Sami Zayn, or Pac to Adrian Neville / Neville, or Claudio Castagnoli to Antonio Cesaro / Cesaro, yeah, or other ones from Walter to Gunther is one I can absolutely think of, or Mariah May to Blake Monroe, Ricky Starks to Ricky Saints, you know.
Just as long as any of those names, just as long as your name isn't Shorty G, I think you should be fine.
Yeah, that doesn't count, but yeah. I mean, are the new names cheesy? Yes. Would I prefer their original names? Yes. But if they're booked right, that's really anyone should care about, and that's really all I care about. A name change to me, you can only go so far with a new name. As long as he's booked right. I think this is a perfect spot for him right now at this time with Montana and NXT. On the main roster, there's probably not much for him right now on the main roster, and probably nothing good for him right now on the main roster. And I think NXT again is the perfect spot for him at this time. And I would say have him be NXT champion by the end of the year. Have Mike Santana, Cruz Montana, make NXT and that brand his own. Have him the face of that brand pretty much for a while, and then maybe after Mania next year you can call him up. Easy. That's what I would do. I don't know how you feel on that, but personally, it's what I would do. And who knows? Maybe Tony D'Angelo is the one that, and who knows? Maybe Cruz Montana is the one to take the NXT title off of Tony D'Angelo before Tony D'Angelo gets called up to the main roster. Who, by the way, has been there for 5 years now. I don't understand why he's not called up, but I don't know about right now what's going on the main roster. Maybe have him down for a little while longer, then call him up as Tony D'Angelo. But I could absolutely see Cruz Montana, at least by the end of 2026, take the NXT title right off of Tony D'Angelo. What do you think?
I think you'll be the one to take the belt off of Tony. I think it's time to call Tony to the main roster. Plus, Montana, he's already appeared several times on NXT, and the crowd are receptive to him.
Yes.
It's the natural step, to get to one, take the title off of the old guard of NXT and Tony D to put on the new guard of Mike Santana or Cruz Montana in this case.
Well,
I think Tony should be on the main roster right now. I still don't understand why they haven't called him up.
Put him on SmackDown. Put him in the mid card. Have him as the heel fighting for the U.S. Championship. I think that's perfect.
Yeah.
I think on Raw he just get lost in the shuffle.
I think with Raw in this case, they have so many stars. I think you get lost there.
Well, Raw also looks very bleak. The Raw is also very bleak at the same time. Look at SmackDown. They have Cody and Punk. Raw doesn't have that, a guy like Punk right now. They had SmackDown, Cody, Raw, Punk. Now both Cody and Punk are on SmackDown. Raw really has nobody at that level, and you have new people called up from NXT and Oba and Javon, but they're not at that level yet. They're not built up to the point yet.
Yeah, but the case with SmackDown, at the same time with SmackDown, like without Cody and CM Punk, who else do they have? Maybe Sami Zayn, but that's about it.
Trick Williams will be there, but it's not the time yet. Next year is his time, not now. But
so they could definitely use someone like a Tony D.
Yeah, and you move to old guard, Tony D to the main roster. Maybe that's why they brought in Grayson Waller to NXT.
Yeah,
but I'm happy. I'm happy he's still has a job. I'm so shocked he even survived the budget cuts on April.
Yeah, honestly, me too. I'm surprised as well. But
he's a very good wrestler.
Him.
And Grayson Waller's actually very good. Look at the promo he cut Tuesday. He was very good. And then speaking of NXT, they also had the Birthright beating OTM. I think it was a number one contender match for the NXT tag team titles. But after the match, the Los Perros del Mal from AAA appeared, confronting OTM because Bronco Nima was one of the members of that group from AAA. Do we see OTM broken up in NXT?
Maybe.
It would make sense.
One of the members is already in Perez the Mal. One of them is already there.
Yeah. But that was also NXT They did hype up next week's NXT being Lola Vice and Kendall Gray in an underground match for the NXT Women's title. There's rumors going around that Lola Vice is going to lose that match and get called up to SmackDown, most likely the SmackDown after SummerSlam.
I think this is where she loses. I think this is her last NXT match.
Then she goes to SmackDown.
Plus, she's like what? She's undefeated at the underground matches. I think this is where the streak ends.
Yeah, she's never lost an underground match.
She's 5-0.
Yes.
Yeah, I think she's gonna take that one L.
And can I say Lola Vice is a star? I'm hoping she's like that on the main roster, but Lola Vice is a star. Let's be real.
Exactly.
She's got charisma, looks, personality, promos, in-ring. She's a total package. So, and I think Lola Vice to SmackDown makes logical sense, not just because her boyfriend Damian Priest is there, but looking at SmackDown's women's division, you can add her in the mid card, you can add her in the main event women's title scene. She could do either one. She's very versatile. And I don't think they have that Latina presence on SmackDown. They could use that.
Yeah.
And you want to have Damian Priest back to relevancy. Why not have him with Lola Vice?
Yeah, why not to pair them on SmackDown? Just get him away from the comedy character, team.
No disrespect. No disrespect to our truth, but Damian Priest.
But it's dragging down Damian Priest.
And
This is the coldest that Damian Priest has been.
The former world heavyweight champion, by the way.
Yeah, he went from former world heavyweight champion to like second fiddle.
And it's
comedy.
Even mentioned backstage to Cody this past Friday on SmackDown. The people in the back are sick and tired of you on the top all the time, Cody.
And this is the first time that he has felt any genuine, like a genuine character instead of a comedy loser.
I mean, tell Damian Priest when he's telling lies.
Yeah, like can we do more of that with him? Like no hate towards our truth, but really, this is the best we got for Priest.
Oh, but that means you release our truth after that, right? What do you do with our truth after that?
I don't know. Maybe have it work backstage.
What about the awesome truth again, or no?
Oh my god, no.
No? Not even an option?
No, it should never be considered.
By the way, where's The Miz and Kit Wilson after being cursed by Danhausen?
Yeah, hopefully they don't appear again on live television.
Yeah, maybe one of the happiest things Danhausen did was getting rid of Miz and Kit Wilson off SmackDown. But I'm getting a little bit off track here, but Lola Vice, I think SmackDown would be the right move. She's ready for a call up as Lola Vice. But that what I was about to say, that was NXT on Tuesday, a decent show. Raw, SmackDown, which you could say the same. Dynamite was a waste of time. We're not even going to go over that. We already talked about it. The New Day.
We already went over the important things.
Yes. New Day pretty much going to AEW, but then Bayley. Bayley did post something about knowing her worth. I don't know what this means.
I think at the end of it, if you watch the full video, I think the end of it, she mentioned what she's gonna do to Lyra during their Saturday Night's main event match.
I don't know. She was at a house show recently against Soruka and Lyra. I don't know. There's rumors saying that her contract expires in October or the end of the year. I don't know. It's mere speculation.
I think. I mean, they're featuring her. I don't know if they would be featuring her this much if she was leaving.
I don't know, but whatever she wants to do, I hope she, it's, just want her to be happy. But I don't know. I can't see Triple H letting her go like that.
He'd be stupid to let her go.
Yeah. then that says a lot about him, and I would call him out on that. And at that point, we need someone fresh and creative instead of creative. Like how is Undertaker doing a better job than you with AAA?
I don't know, man.
Even Shawn Michaels this past Tuesday on NXT did a better job.
Something is very fishy behind the scenes. They clearly don't want to reveal.
What happened?
Something's clearly fishy behind the scenes that they don't want to reveal.
Do you think Vince McMahon is back in power?
No.
There's another thing. Janelle Grant and Vince McMahon, they settled the case last week. Now going to private arbitration, it's settled.
I can believe something though. I can believe. Maybe it's a theory, but I can believe that Bruce Pritchard and Michael Hayes is snitch on Triple H for Vince. Like they tell Vince what's happening behind the scenes.
Yeah, that I could believe, but some people think like it wouldn't be shock me if Vince McMahon's brought back by TKO or if he's back in a private like interim or like some kind of way or like prominent role or showing up on TV in a private office or having his own private office work or show up on TV here and there as a surprise or a Hall of Fame induction or something like that.
Vince McMahon being on TV or having any power is what almost cost this company sponsors.
Yeah. I don't think he goes in the Hall of Fame either.
Yeah, Slim Jim literally threatened to pull out of their partnership if this man was still anywhere near the company.
And and I don't like using them a lot, Ringside News, apparently they say Vince McMahon would allegedly accept a secret WWE return or what have you, or like a limited, saying WWE could eventually bring McMahon back as a limited figurehead.
Right, you think Vince McMahon's gonna come back to this company and not want to be in creative again? These people are so insane.
But do you think they would bring him back?
No. Literally, him being in that company was a bad look on them. To where sponsors almost pulled.
Didn't Slim Jim pull out 2 years ago?
Yeah, I think they almost did. And we all know one thing that TKO loves above anything, which is their wallets.
Their corporate sponsors.
Yeah, the almighty dollar.
And when their money pockets get hit hard, that's when they listen.
Yeah. Like, why would they risk bringing this guy back? This man is a liability.
It's a major black eye that they have enough fucking problems. They don't need a major black eye on them. That's a horrible, horrible, extremely bad look. That's a tainted bad look that they don't need and no company fucking needs. Maybe, what about the Hall of Fame? No?
No.
I would assume just like Benoit in the Hall of Fame, absolutely not.
No. He will never go in there.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Benoit will never go in. Vince McMahon probably not, right? That's another thing people saying, oh, what about Vince McMahon in the Hall of Fame? Because without him, none of this exists, and he is a childhood for all of us, and wrestling is not where it is today without him.
No.
I mean, he made it the big juggernaut phenomenon, but I would say no, not him. I would say him, no, he shouldn't go in the Hall of Fame.
This man is a rapist, a sex trafficker.
Yeah.
Why would you have that pedophile? Why would you have that bad look on you by inducting him into the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, you don't need that. So no, I would say no to that. Oh, speaking of a little Vince McMahon story, didn't you read Undertaker? Yeah, and there are idiots that on social media that like trolls on social media that want Vince McMahon back. I read a little mini story yesterday. Undertaker and Sting at WrestleMania. Undertaker said that's money, and Vince didn't want to do that.
Shocking?
No. And then and even a little other mini story added to it. Remember around this time, the Great American Bash in 2006, that infamous first ever Punjabi prison match that was supposed to be the Undertaker versus the Great Khali, but it changed to Undertaker versus then ECW champion The Big Show. And Undertaker tried to admit to Vince, like, Vince, you're wrong on this. You're wrong on this. And Vince, for once, finally admitted he was wrong to the Undertaker. This was around this time 20 years ago. That's another thing. That first ever Punjabi prison. And Undertaker and Vince were button heads. Undertaker tried to tell Vince, no, this is not it. This is not going to work. This is a terrible idea. And Vince finally listened and said this was a bad idea. When it was supposed to be Khali and Undertaker, but it changed to Big Show and Undertaker. And that first ever Punjabi prison match at the 2006 Great American Bash. Remember that?
Oh my God, what an awful match that was.
Oh, but was the Big Show the ECW champ and the Undertaker?
Yeah, a Big Show that was out of shape, could barely move.
The Undertaker mentioned this on the 6 Feet Under podcast, by the way, that the conversation took a hard turn when McMahon decided Undertaker did not need sympathy, needed a wake-up call.
Did not need sympathy, bro. He's the fucking babyface.
Holy shit! Like, I mean, imagine if Undertaker was in creative years ago.
He'll be doing a better job than Vince said for sure.
No, there's no doubt in my mind. Vince and Mark Calloway would absolutely fucking constantly clash and butt heads. There's no doubt in my mind.
It's no wonder Vince always had yes man.
Oh, but what if Undertaker was in creative now? He's doing a good job at AAA. Well, he is, and you know what? If it was to be, I would not mind that.
Yeah, these were the people that should be combating Vince. These are the people that should be combating creative now.
These are
people like the Undertaker,
TKO, and Ari, and Shapiro, and Bruce, and Hayes. I mean, Triple H just approves it. I don't think Undertaker would.
Yeah, people like Taker are stand-up guys who actually know the business.
Like, I don't know what's up with Paul Levesque. I don't know, man. Comparing him with Undertaker, what do you think?
I think Triple H is I think there's some other stuff that we don't know of that they're not telling us. I think he's doing this to appease his masters. He doesn't have all the power.
And I read another story. Rock and TKO are not having a good relationship. Rock and TKO.
I believe. I don't know what's going on. It's a mess over there.
Some people are saying it could be Rock and they're trying to push Triple H out to get Rock and Brian Gerwicks of Seven Bucks Production in there. I don't know. Maybe just mere speculation. I don't fucking know. But something is going on that we don't know back there. But yeah, and then this WWE radio. What are your thoughts on WWE launching WWE radio and having Sirius XM and Busted Open Radio?
Is this we're at a point right now where podcasters are now affiliates with WWE? They're gonna be shilling, saying everything is great.
Same thing, and then Tony Khan launches his own My AEW podcast. That's also a terrible idea.
Is this where we're up right now? People are not being honest.
But we need good. We need good in the community, like certain names. What, they don't call out the bad?
Yeah.
Oh, if you criticize, that means you hate. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
I wonder what was Dave LaGreca's reaction watching that Danhausen Joe Hendry segment.
I did hear a little bit of that. He did shit on that, which is good.
Good.
How long that lasts, I don't know. Time will tell. And do you really trust WWE to not monetize or whatnot?
No. They want to be in control of everything.
Oh, you just hate. They want their takeover of all the promotions and monopolize. You just hate.
This is not hate. This is genuine, honest criticism.
Well, criticism means you hate. No, criticism is actually healthy. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. That's like, we criticize because we care. You think these fake reactors, like an easy mini, you really think they care?
No.
And they just want a handout. They don't respect WWE. They don't respect wrestling. They don't respect the company or the industry. They're just there for themselves and a paycheck. They hate the company, don't respect them. I even heard an incident with Neon not long ago at Fanatics Fest with Penta when he was unmasked. I think he went in a locker room and Penta put him right in his place.
Good on Penta.
Yeah, what are with these fucking entitled people? Like, these are not fans. Oh, well, they're fans like you. They're not fans. People like Easy and Manny are the kinds of people in Neon. They're the kinds of people that would follow wrestlers at the airport to get an autograph to sell on eBay because they don't want to fucking work. Those are the kinds of people that would do that.
These are not fans. These are stalkers.
It's fucking sad that they're trying to take out as much as the honest criticism as they can. There's not much left now. We need honest criticism. Like, criticism is not a bad thing. Criticizing means you're not hating. We don't hate them. We just want them to do good. But like to say everything is great, that's a lie. If something is bad, there's nothing wrong with that. And if if a lot of us don't speak up, like if the product, it would be one thing if the product's good, we'll sit there and praise. But when a product is bad and we don't call it out and more people don't call it out, nothing will change. That's a problem. The problem is there's a lot of fake positivity. That's everything is great. Everything is great. They just want to rub elbows and beg for a job, and they don't respect the company, and they're only there for a fucking paycheck. Like, these companies are not going to hire you. You know? They ain't giving you a job. The same thing with AEW. You know? I really don't like this move at all. I don't. Though I am happy Dave LaGreca called out the Danhausen Joe Hendry segment and shit all over that. And good on Dave LaGreca. I mean, Dave LaGreca is one of those real guys that doesn't really sugarcoat and just blow smoke up anybody's ass. Like, he's a guy that will say if it's good, it's good. If it sucks, he'll tell you. And I admire this guy, Dave LaGreca, in his passion.
I mean, I don't blame him for taking the deal.
Like it is.
I don't blame him for taking the deal. Anybody would. And he built something with Busted Open. He's an incredible guy.
And I've seen him live at AEW. He's a good guy.
Yeah. It's just unfortunate that we're at a day and age right now where everything is being bastardized.
Yeah, and WWE trying to control the narrative. And AEW as well. Tommy Dreamer, by the way, praised the Danhausen Joe Hendry segment. Those are the kinds of people we don't need.
There's a reason he was let go from TNA Creative.
Wasn't he the guy that booked Frankie Kazarian to take the TNA title off Mike Santana late last year in 50 seconds?
Yep.
Yeah, no, 0 defenses, by the way, for Santana, who, mind you, should have won it at Slammiversary last year in New York. But Tommy Dreamer decided to have him win it at Bound for Glory last October in Lowell, Massachusetts, mind you. Only to drop it a month later with 0 title defenses, successful defenses, losing it to a fucking roll-up from Frankie Kazarian in 50 seconds. I want you to remember that.
Yeah, 50 seconds via roll-up.
Yeah. Right off there, Tommy Dreamer should have been fired. That was his idea. And now he's not there on TNA anymore. Gee, I wonder why. But Tommy Dreamer, hey, you need to respect him.
Maybe he's a legend of the business, but is he a good creative mind? No.
With terrible takes, yes. Another guy with terrible takes. Oh, the Joe Hendry Danhausen segment, it was good. It got Joe Hendry over. What are you talking about? It got Joe Hendry over, Tommy Dreamer.
Did you see that crowd? They were dead silent.
In the Intuit Dome, they were like fucking library silence. Crickets. They didn't make a fucking peep. Like, what are you talking about? It got Joe Hendry over. Like what is Tommy Dreamer on?
Maybe
Like,
he drank too many beers from the. He drank too many beers that the same man gave him.
did RVD give him one too many Van Daminators back in the ECW days in the 90s, bro?
I don't know.
How is Tommy Dreamer's CTE that fucking bad? With all the chair shots he took in the cranium all those years ago? Like, holy shit. Like, what are you talking about? Got Joe Hendry over. It did nothing for Joe Hendry. Oh, and by the way, Ryan Garcia was in that segment. Boxer Ryan Garcia. I've never even heard of him, but I've heard bad shit about him. These are the people that Ari Emanuel, Mark Shapiro, and TKO are getting in bed with, right? These fucking D-list, degenerate, no-life, fucking irrelevant hack celebrities who don't fucking belong on the show, who don't respect the company. If they're fans, it's one thing, but you don't belong in the fucking ring unless you're a wrestler on the roster. And they have Ryan Garcia with the Judgment Day. What the fuck are we doing?
And we're on the road to SummerSlam, by the way.
And it was a go-home show, by the way.
Yeah, and this is the segment that they were booking.
Like, what the fuck was that? Like, oh, but he has an upcoming boxing fight. I don't give a fuck if he has a boxing fight upcoming or not.
But you are building to the second biggest show of the year.
I'm sorry?
You're building to the second biggest show of the year. It's supposed to be the build to SummerSlam, and you're using it to advertise a boxing fight.
Yeah, I don't even watch boxing. I could care less about boxing.
Like I would understand if this was like the build to Backlash or the build to Fastlane.
And man, the celebrities.
But this is the build to SummerSlam. That's the build to SummerSlam, which is supposed to be your WrestleMania of the summer.
But they're charging now $25 for low ticket prices.
I wouldn't even go to the show for free if this is what they're putting out.
And man, not just the constant commercials Monday on Raw, but the celebrities when they were in Los Angeles Monday on Raw. Holy shit. Like, the one of them, Jimmy Hart, that I can respect because he's at least a wrestling legend. That I can respect. At least Jimmy... I'm sorry?
Yeah, at least he's a legend.
And at least Jimmy Hart wasn't booed this time. Last time he was on Raw in the Intuit Dome, the first Raw on Netflix January last year, he was booed out of the building with Hulk Hogan selling his Real American beer. The last WWE appearance before Hogan sadly passed away.
Plus what? Jimmy Hart, he doesn't take up that much screen time anyway.
Right.
He doesn't even take up that much TV time. It's just there.
Yeah. But man, yeah. But yeah, Ryan Garcia does fuck all for me. I've heard he's had some bad crimes in the past, so he's not a good person. Like, so these are the people you're getting in bed with. Like, can we not can we have these fucking can we have these fucking degenerate pedophiles off the fucking show?
Literally.
They don't belong on the show. They have zero business being on the show. They should be nowhere near in that fucking ring. They have no business being in there whatsoever, bro. None. And yet you get the people, oh, you're always negative. Why do you hate? Why do you watch if you hate the product that much? Why don't you quit and watch something else if you hate the company that much? Stop hating or quit watching. And if you hate it that much, why do you continue to watch? Why don't you just stop and quit? I'm sorry. I'm sorry we actually give a fuck and we want to see the company succeed. And I'm sorry that we're honest and we call out the bullshit they do.
You're building towards SummerSlam, the second biggest show of the year. You should be putting your best foot forward.
Yeah, Raw last week and Raw this past Monday was dog shit. It was dog shit.
It actually makes me cannot wait for SummerSlam to be over.
But you're hoping SummerSlam is good this weekend, right? Yeah, we hope so. They need to deliver.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's not a good show. If it is not a good show, we have a problem here.
Then something creative needs to fucking change. Oh, well, Triple H is maybe trying to make up for WrestleMania. You say WrestleMania was not that good. Maybe Triple H, Triple H wants to make up for WrestleMania with this year's SummerSlam.
He better.
Yeah. My goodness. But yeah. Speaking of SummerSlam, we'll just dive right into SummerSlam. I have the matches and the placements for night 1 and night 2 SummerSlam. Listen to night 1. And to me, night 1 looks better than night 2. Look at night 1. Now,
I'm gonna do something right now.
I'm
gonna get out of here. I'm gonna be doing something.
All right, fine. But what are your thoughts on the Bellas and Paige versus Fatal Influence on SummerSlam night 1?
All I will say is that Fatal Influence better win. That's all
like the Bellas on SummerSlam. Who asked for that?
Yeah, well, maybe this could lead to a Paige heel turn. Maybe.
I'm going with Fatal Influence. I mean, and can we get Paige away from the Bellas, please? Do we get Paige turned on by the Bellas? And can we get Paige away from the Bellas, please? And Fatal Influence needs to win. They just won the women's tag titles. They need to win.
I'm gonna get out of here right now.
All right, no problem.
Could predict the rest of your own.
All right, no problem. But there you have it.
Yeah, you can predict the rest of the show. I'm gonna get out of here right now. So see. Yeah, I hope everybody having fun, having a good time. Nice coming back here. Hopefully I come back to even better next week.
Yeah, it'll be the week after SummerSlam. Hopefully SummerSlam delivers this weekend because the build.
Maybe we do a SummerSlam review next week.
Yeah, something like that. Start August strong. Yeah, probably. So let's see.
Okay, guys. Okay.
Right. Well, there you have it. Adam Carl will be back next week for episode 36. Not to worry. But going on SummerSlam Night 1 preview predictions for SummerSlam Night 1, we got like I mentioned, Bella Twins and Paige versus Fatal Influence. Why? Who asked for the fucking Bellas? Who asked for this? We can't do Blake Monroe and Tiffany Stratton for the Women's United States Championship, but we have time for the Bella Twins on SummerSlam. Great. I'm going Fatal Influence, JC Jane, Laney Reid, and Found Henley to beat Paige and the Bella Twins. Fatal Influence needs this win. They just won the women's tag titles a few weeks ago in Madison Square Garden on Saturday night's main event, and you're not going to have that and have Fatal Influence lose. That would be absolutely fucking ridiculous. So Fatal Influence needs to win this match, and I'm going Fatal Influence. Another match, LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and Royce Keys versus the Usos and Jacob Fatu of the Bloodline. I don't know. The Bloodline slop, I'm over it. Really, I'm fucking over it. I can't wait for that shit to end. LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and Royce Keys, I'm going them to win, and they may even open SummerSlam Night 1, for all we know. But I think the baby faces win here. Solo Sikoa just turned babyface, and he's actually been doing pretty good lately. And I would have Solo, Royce, and LA Knight win. And do not have Solo Sikoa turn heel and back in the Bloodline. That's the worst thing you can do. So whoever's listening in creative in the back, listening to this, do not do that. Do not have Solo back as a heel in the Bloodline. Don't do it. Solo Sikoa and LA Knight and Royce Keys need to win this match, so I'm going to go with them. Obafemi and Brock Lesnar. One of the matches I'm looking forward to is this. Oba and Brock, Hell in a Cell. Now I'm going Obafemi to win. You're not going to have this match and have Brock win, and Brock doesn't need it. It's his hometown, I get it, but Brock Lesnar doesn't need to win. If he wins, I think we got a very serious problem in the back and creative, and I have to really, really question that and call that shit out big time. But I'm going Obafemi to win the Hell in a Cell. He should win. Whether it's Brock's last match, I'm not sure. I don't think it is. It's probably WrestleMania in Saudi next year, Brock's last match. But I don't know about here. But I'm going Obafemi to win and beat Brock Lesnar in Hell in a Cell. And we need at least 20, 25 minutes of this Hell in a Cell. We need to see blood. We need to see a war. Cages being broken through. Or if you want to battle on top of this, if you want to battle on top of the cell, that's fine. But my point is, we need to see a fucking war with these two monsters, these two bulls. We can't go into this and have 6-7 minutes, then commercials. We can't have a match. We can't have this match be no blood. We need blood in this match. We need to see a war between Oba Femi and Brock Lesnar, and Oba needs to get the win. So I'm hoping, and Paul Heyman's been hyping this match big time going into this, and it needs to deliver. And they have the potential to be better than Punk and McIntyre and Hell in a Cell from Bad Blood 2024. Do I think this will be better than that, than Punk and McIntyre? Only time will tell. But I'm just hoping. But they need to. But bottom line, at the end of the day, Oba and Brock need to deliver this Hell in a Cell match. It really does. But I'm going Oba Femi to win. This should go at least 20-25 minutes. This Hell in a Cell. Oba should win here. I'm going Oba Femi. Liv Morgan, Io Sky Women's World Title. I am going to go with Io Sky. Liv Morgan has been Women's World Champion for 100 days. 0 title defenses. 0 compelling stories. Liv Morgan's done absolutely fuck all with that Women's World Title. And it needs to come off her. I know some people, it's no better with Io Sky as Women's World Champion, but I mean, anything is better than Liv Morgan as Women's World Champion. It can't get fucking worse. Only time will tell. But I do know that belt needs to come off Liv Morgan because she's done absolutely nothing with it. And the belt needs to be defended again. Liv Morgan's not defending that world title since winning it at WrestleMania. This is Liv Morgan's first world title defense since winning it at WrestleMania, beating Stephanie Vecchia. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Liv Morgan, Io Sky. I'm going Io Sky to win the women's world title, and I feel like she has to. If she doesn't, I don't know what we're doing. I'm going Io Sky. And have Io Sky win the world title. At least she'll defend the thing. Liv Morgan has defended it 0 times. And I think we need to have that women's world title defended again. At least Io will defend the damn thing. Let's have Io Sky win. And whenever Rhea Ripley comes back from her injury, have her beat whoever wins the ladder match on night 2 for the women's championship interim women's title ladder match. Have Rhea beat whoever wins that when Rhea comes back. And going into Crown Jewel, champion versus champion, Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky, champion versus champion. There's a story there where Rhea's never beat Io. And you do Rhea versus Io, women's champion versus women's champion versus champion match at Crown Jewel this fall. Boom. If that's the direction I would do. So I'm going Io Sky to win the women's world title. And do we see Stephanie Vecchia back also? I don't know. She's supposed to be due back any time now. Hopefully she's back soon because the Raw Women's Division could absolutely use her. So I don't know if we see her at SummerSlam or the Raw after SummerSlam, but only time will tell. But again, I'm going Io Sky to win and become the new Women's World Champion. And that's the right move. I don't think Liv Morgan should win at all. Gunther, Nick Aldis. This is probably the match that I'm looking forward to out of everything else outside of Chad Gable, Penta, and CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. And Oba Femi and Brock Lesnar. Gunther and Nick Aldis. I'm intrigued what they've been doing. And Gunther, Nick Aldis. This is Nick Aldis' first match in WWE. He's been the SmackDown GM for 3 years. He's finally in the WWE ring. And I'm interested to see what they do with Gunther and Nick Aldis, especially Nick Aldis at SummerSlam. Do I think Nick Aldis wins at his first match? No. I think Gunther should win. For Gunther to lose to a SmackDown GM, I think that would really harm Gunther a lot. And with this career killer gimmick and stuff like that, and now they're building up Gunther, retired Goldberg, AJ Styles, and John Cena. I don't think it's a good look for Gunther whatsoever to have him go into SummerSlam and lose to Nick Aldis. I think Gunther wins, and I think he should. Nick Aldis will look good, but I think Gunther gets the victory, is what I would do. So I'm going Gunther to go over Nick Aldis. Should be good, though, and I'm looking forward to that match, though, but I'm going Gunther to win. And then the sixth match on night 1, I think this main event's night 1. CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. Finally glad we got some tension with these two coming out of Saturday Night's main event a few weeks ago. There's not finding now tension between Punk and Cody. They had a very good promo last week on SmackDown with CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. Like CM Punk said, with John Cena turning on you, Cody, and Randy Orton turning on you, Cody, then that makes me, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, your only friend. And CM Punk mentioned about stabbing in the back, or stabbing in the front. I'm going CM Punk to retain. He just won it, and there's no reason whatsoever to take this championship off Punk. None. I think Punk has a very lengthy reign with the title, as he should. And I'm going CM Punk to win it, and I would say he wins clean. Now, could anything happen after? What if we get Cody Rhodes lose clean, but he shows frustration and he can snap like that? He could snap. Maybe Punk and Cody hug, celebrate. But what if Cody Rhodes goes heel? Cody Rhodes and CM Punk are both baby faces on SmackDown. That doesn't work, and one of them has to go heel. And Cody Rhodes was the face of SmackDown, but now that Punk's on there, the face of SmackDown is not Cody anymore. It's CM Punk. And I'm going CM Punk to retain and win clean. He shouldn't lose. I think he wins. I don't think Cody wins the title here, nor should he. I'm going Punk to win. I think he has a long reign with it. And I'm going CM Punk to beat Cody Rhodes clean, but then Cody Rhodes goes heel. And let's be real, Cody Rhodes desperately needs a character change. And he's just very vanilla and boring. And WWE needs something for a shakeup or an overhaul. They need something fresh and exciting again. Cody Rhodes as a heel would absolutely bring something like that big time. Cody Rhodes as a heel would mean business would pick up again. Because right now everything feels very safe, nothing happening, and just very boring. Cody as a heel has the potential to change that and would change that with Cody as a heel. And again, you're not going to have Cody and Punk as two baby faces on SmackDown. One of them has to go heel. You're not going to turn CM Punk heel. He's more of a face than Cody Rhodes is CM Punk. CM Punk is more of a babyface than anyone, and CM Punk doesn't have much time left to wrestle in his career. He's almost 50 years old, doesn't have much time left to wrestle, and CM Punk's at the point in his career that people are going to love him, and I don't think turning him heel is a good move. Like, Punk is just going to be so beloved. He's at that point in his career where people are just going to really love him regardless, where Cody Rhodes is in the prime of his career. I think Cody's the one that has to go heel and should go heel. It's the best thing for Cody and the best thing for the product, best thing for the company, the best thing for SmackDown. Because right now, nothing's going on. Again, no excitement in WWE in the product right now. And they need something exciting and things need to change. Cody Rhodes as a heel could absolutely be a step in the right direction for that. If they, there's a time and it has to be the right time, right place. Cody may go heel on Saturday. I'm hoping that's the case. Cody really needs to go heel. And those saying, oh, Cody Rhodes is a heel, will kill the company, they'll lose a lot. They'll be fine. I think if Cody Rhodes were to go heel soon or now, I don't think WWE should have anything to worry about, and I think they'll be more than fine if Cody goes heel. They already got a new face to take over Cody on SmackDown. That's CM Punk. They'll be fine. WWE will be fine if they turn Cody heel. I don't think they have anything to lose with Cody going heel. In fact, it may be for the better. And honestly, Cody's a heel. I will say this. I do believe it's for the best. Right now, they got nothing going for them. Nothing going for them whatsoever. And they need to inject some excitement again. Something to sink your teeth into. Give you reason to care about WWE and the product again. Why not turn Cody Rhodes heel? That would absolutely do that. And honestly, Cody as a heel, I think works better as a heel than a babyface, in my opinion, anyway. Have CM, and Punk mentioned in the promos, stabbing in the front. Cody's got to stab Punk in the back. You got to turn Cody heel. Now's the time to turn him heel. I would have said no to a Cody Rhodes heel turn last year, but now I would say yes, absolutely turn him heel, no doubt. Absolutely turn him heel, no problem. And I'm hoping they turn this guy heel. Hopefully. Cody Rhodes desperately needs to go heel. There's a guy that really needs to go heel. It's him. Cody Rhodes has been very, very stale for a very, very long time. And I think Cody as a heel would inject a new lease, a new life, breath of fresh air, something that they absolutely need. So I'm hoping that's the case. We'll see. But I'm going CM Punk to retain the championship. He should not lose. And I'm going Cody Rhodes going heel, but I'm going CM Punk to retain the WWE Championship to close out night 1 for SummerSlam. Then night 2. Night 1 SummerSlam looks better than night 2. Night 1 SummerSlam looks better than night 2. Night 2, I would have my concerns. Night 2 looks like Trick Williams, Baron Corbin for the U.S. title. Baron Corbin's first match back, fighting for the U.S. title. And Carmelo Hayes is off the SummerSlam card. Why? You left him off WrestleMania. Now you left him off SummerSlam. What the fuck is going on there? Does someone in the back hate Carmelo Hayes? Is Michael Hayes in the back jealous of Carmelo Hayes stealing his last name? Like, what's going on there? Why are you leaving Carmelo Hayes off WrestleMania? That was bad enough. Now you leave him off SummerSlam? Huh? I don't get that. I don't. Carmelo Hayes hopefully is added. They got SmackDown tomorrow. Hopefully on SmackDown tomorrow, they add Carmelo Hayes to the card and to this U.S. title match at SummerSlam, making it a triple threat. I hope so. I fucking hope so. If you're going to leave him off the card, which is ridiculous, maybe he gets involved and he has every case to be in this match. Trick Williams, Baron Corbin. I'm actually going to go Baron Corbin to win the U.S. title. It's his first match back. I don't think he should lose at all. I'm going Baron Corbin. Now, it's ridiculous, like, Trick and Corbin. Like, why not add Carmelo Hayes? But I'm going Corbin to win the U.S. title. Maybe Carmelo Hayes gets in there, tries to attack Corbin, but Melo accidentally cost Trick the U.S. title. Now, so we get Baron Corbin as U.S. champion. And we have Trick and Melo in a feud after that match. Maybe. But I'm going Baron Corbin to win the U.S. title at SummerSlam. Finn Balor and Sami Zayn in a number 1 contender match for the WWE Championship. I will say this. This is something WWE doesn't do often. Number 1 contender match on a pay-per-view or PLE. It's not something it's something I don't do often, and I can appreciate them doing something like this here. I'm going to go Finn Balor to win. And Sami Zayn crashing out that, he should be WWE champion and there's a conspiracy against him, like he always feels robbed and he should be WWE champion. Why not have Sami Zayn crashing out and continuing to chase the title? Why not extend that? And I don't think this is over for Sami at all. And I could probably see him win the title by WrestleMania next year, if that's the plan. But Sami Zayn in chase mode for the title and crashing out, why not extend that? And have Finn Balor beat Sami Zayn. We have Punk and Balor for the WWE title coming out of SummerSlam, maybe Money in the Bank in New Orleans this October at Money in the Bank, New Orleans, Louisiana. Punk and Balor would not mind at all for the WWE title. They had some very good matches on Raw for the world title and going into the Chamber this past February in Chicago. That was some very, very good stuff, and I would not mind that again at all. And Balor has momentum. He's been winning matches. He's been having a lot of momentum lately, and I think it just makes sense. I mean, Balor wouldn't beat Punk, but it's CM Punk. Like, you look good coming out of the match with Punk. So, going Punk and Balor, Money in the Bank New Orleans for this October for the WWE Championship. Finn Balor beat Sami Zayn here in this number 1 contender match on Night 2 SummerSlam. And have Sami Zayn continue to chase. Have something like that. So, I'm going Balor to win and Sami continues to chase. We have Finn Balor winning this match against Sami at SummerSlam Night 2. The 5-way ladder match for the interim women's championship. Tiffany Stratton, women's U.S. champion. Jade Cargill, Chelsea Green, Charlotte Flair, and either Julia or Lash Legend. I'm going Julia. And Adam Carl went with Lash Legend. Charlotte Flair needs to win this. I'm going Charlotte Flair winning the ladder match. I think she's the only logical choice. If Chelsea Green, that's a risk. I would not mind. Tiffany Stratton, no. She's a women's U.S. champion, and no, we're not, and no. Oh, well, Tiffy, what about Tiffy 2 belts there? No. Tiffany Stratton already has a women's U.S. title. She doesn't need the women's title with it. And why did Tiffany Stratton beat JC Jane to qualify? JC Jane should be in this ladder match. Tiffany Stratton should be on the show defending the women's U.S. title against Blake Monroe. Why are we not doing that? Why? And then, again, inept, clueless creative. Inept and clueless that current creative administration is. Fucking terrible. Goes to show you how much of clueless hacks they are. I'm going Charlotte Flair to win. I think Charlotte Flair wins a ladder match, wins the women's title. I would not mind it at this time. Charlotte Flair has actually been very tolerable as of late. Have Charlotte Flair win the ladder match. When Rhea gets back, have Rhea take the title, or have Rhea beat Charlotte. Rhea's the women's champion. Like I said, Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, champion versus champion this fall at Crown Jewel, whether it's in Saudi or Perth this fall for Crown Jewel, champion versus champion. Io Sky, women's world champion versus Rhea Ripley, women's champion. Boom. There you go right there. So I'm going Charlotte to win this ladder match. I think Charlotte Flair wins a ladder match and wins the women's title. We also got, and this may open the show. I don't know if it does or not. Who knows? Penta versus Chad Gable for the Intercontinental Championship. This is a slam dunk for Paul Levesque. This is a slam dunk for Triple H. It's either now or never for Chad Gable. He is red hot right now, is Chad Gable, especially coming out of his mask versus match, El Grande Americano match with Kaiser Americano this past late May in AAA, with the mask versus mask match against Kaiser Americano. Chad Gable's been red hot ever since. And you just know it's Chad Gable's time. You don't even have to be a fan of Chad Gable to understand that it's his time. Penta's had a very good reign with that IC title. Penta's had a great reign, a fantastic reign with the Intercontinental Championship. But it's Chad Gable's time. Penta will be just fine if he drops that title up to Chad Gable. And it's a full story circle moment, a year and a half in the making. Starting all the way back to the second Raw on Netflix where Chad Gable wrestled Penta and Penta's WWE match and debut. The second Raw on Netflix. I'll never forget. I remember it like it was yesterday. They nailed Penta's debut picture perfectly with the match with Chad Gable. And now this is a year and a half in the making, and Chad Gable needs to win. If he does not win the title off Penta, what the fuck are we doing? And I really have to question Triple H in his competence as head of creative at that point. Chad Gable needs to win the IC championship from Penta. No ands, ifs, or buts. We need Chad Gable winning, or this is a big fucking flop. A big fumble. Big time if Chad Gable doesn't win. He needs to win. So I'm going Chad Gable. And by the way, you give them 15, 20 minutes and you don't handcuff them. Let them go all the way out. Let them go all out there. And let them fucking wrestle. Chad Gable and Penta. And you give Chad Gable the Intercontinental Championship. That's the way you got to do it. All Triple H has to do is let them wrestle is one good thing. But the biggest thing of all Paul Levesque has to do is put that Intercontinental Championship on Chad Gable. If we do that, now we're doing something. Now we're doing if we can just do that, if we can just get the IC title on Chad Gable at SummerSlam, I can't sit here and complain about that, and he deserves it. Get Chad Gable's IC champion. Now we're doing something good here. Have Chad Gable win the IC title. That steals the entire weekend and show and night 2. Hands down. Hands down. Chad Gable must win or this is a fucking bust. I'm going Chad Gable winning and becoming the new Intercontinental Champion. And it's about damn time we get some singles gold around Chad Gable's waist as well. He's too good to not... he's so good and he deserves it. And you just know and feel it's Chad Gable's time. And it's Chad Gable's time. It's his time. Penta will be just fine if he loses to Chad Gable on Sunday. So I'm going Chad Gable winning the Intercontinental title here. Then we got the Human Monies on a Pole match with Danhausen and Dominic Mysterio, with the winner keeping the $100,000 Danhausen himself in the Judgment Day. I'm sorry. Where do I begin with this? Danhausen and Dominic Mysterio. So let me get this straight. We can't have time for Braun Breaker and Carmelo Hayes on SummerSlam. We can't even have time for Jordan Grace and Ilya Dragunov and Johnny Gargano on TV and on SummerSlam. Especially on SummerSlam, Braun Breaker and Carmelo Hayes on the SummerSlam card. But we have time for Danhausen? Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Danhausen on SummerSlam over Braun Breaker and Carmelo Hayes. Do you know how fucked up that is? Whoever came up with that idea in the back needs to immediately be handed their termination papers. Immediately. Like, what the fuck is this? And Human Money's on a pole match. Is Vince Russo booking this show? Huh? Unbelievable. And poor Dominic Mysterio, man, talk about fucking buried. He is being absolutely buried in this shit with Danhausen. Like, can we get Danhausen off of TV and get our serious product again? Better yet, can we have Dominic Mysterio away from this fucking Danhausen bullshit? Better yet, is that too hard to ask? Look at Dominic Mysterio from a year ago getting nuclear heel heat. So much so, the fans wouldn't even let him talk in a promo on the mic. He was a great heel heat magnet last year with Dominic Mysterio. And now a year later, he's in comedy slop with Danhausen. Why? Why? This is a waste of fucking time. This is nothing but filler. I don't even give a fuck about this. Can we get Dominic Mysterio away from this? And the sooner we get Dominic in the Judgment Day away from this crap, the better. And can we have Dominic go over Danhausen, please? I swear, if Danhausen goes over Dominic, I'm ripping this to fucking shreds. And I am not going to hesitate, and I will not hesitate and hold nothing back. Dominic Mysterio has to win. It needs to win. And we need to end this feud out of all this. End this feud and move Dominic onto something a lot more better off and relevant. And get Dominic Mysterio out of this shit and something that's going to be a lot better off than what he's doing now. And get Danhausen the fuck off my TV. Danhausen has been overexposed. I understand the guy's fun. He's a nice guy in real life. But, my goodness. Has Danhausen been overexposed or what? He's been overexposed to the point where I don't want to see him on my TV so much anymore. Just get him off my TV. Please. Please. And then finally, to end episode 35, and the final match on night 2 SummerSlam, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins for the world title, main eventing night 2. Why was CM Punk and Cody Rhodes night 1, Roman, Seth night 2? I would have had Owen Brock on main event night 1, and you have Cody and Punk the same night 2 as Roman, Seth, and have Cody and Punk main event over Roman and Seth. But no, Roman's big ego, that don't work for him, right? I'm sure Roman Reigns had a big part in this, with Roman Reigns being a big fucking politician. The ego of Roman Reigns is just absolutely ridiculous. It's not even fucking funny. Like, Roman's gigantic fucking ego, man. It's just, no words to describe it, man. No words. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins should be a good match, but I mean, with this build to this match, let's be real. I don't care. Do you? I don't think you do. And no one believes Seth is winning. Seth Rollins ain't winning shit on Sunday. I'd be very shocked if he does, but he won't win. Roman wins. I think Roman wins here, and he holds that belt all the way till WrestleMania. And we need this full-time Roman Reigns again. What happened to Roman Reigns saying he was going to be a full-time champion? Now it looks like he's back to his part-time ways. And now the Raw show's suffering for it. I think Roman Reigns retains here. And I don't know if they have anything big closing out night 2 after Roman retains. I don't know. It cannot end with just Roman pulling out the ones and then the end credits and that's it. We cannot have that. I'm sorry. We can't. We need something to happen afterwards. I'm picking Roman Reigns to retain. And I don't know if The Rock comes out or Zilla Fuck 2 comes out and costs Seth the world title. I don't know what the fuck we do. But we need something after Roman Reigns retains against Seth Rollins on night 2. We need something, is all I will say. We need something. We cannot close out night 2 with just Roman pull out the wands and acknowledge me and all that bloodline slot bullshit. We can't have any of that to close night 2. We can't. Something's got to happen. I don't know what it is, but something has to be closing out night 2 that gets people talking. We need that. We need that. And that is your SummerSlam preview and predictions for Forbidden Podcast for episode 35. Build to SummerSlam's been dog shit. I just hope they deliver a good show this weekend, and they need to fucking deliver. Otherwise, I don't know what we're doing. And something in creative needs to change. And if they don't deliver on SummerSlam this weekend, then we got a serious fucking problem in creative in the backstage. Point blank. And that concludes episode 35 of Forbidden Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know Adam Carl showed up in the middle of the stream late and showed up in the stream late a little bit and then had to leave early a little bit. But I mean, shit happens, not to worry. But hope you guys enjoyed the show today nonetheless. Regardless, we do have episode 36 next week. We do have episode 36 next week, Thursday/Friday of next week, August 6th/August 7th of next week, where it'll be a week before it'll be a week before I turn officially 30 years old. So look forward to episode 36 next week on either Thursday morning or Friday morning of next week for episode 36. So look forward to that. Go follow me on X at FioreNick579, Instagram Nicholas Fiore 2014, Nicholas Fury 31 on Facebook, TikTok at Fiore's Nation. Hit the like, subscribe to Fiore's Nation, helps in the YouTube algorithm, helps in the channel. I would love to hit at least 280 subscribers by the end of next month, so that's the goal. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe to Fiore's Nation. It helps support the channel a lot, not just the YouTube algorithm, and I appreciate the continued support. It means a lot. And without you guys, I'm not doing this, and I appreciate every single one of you, and I love every one of you. So thank you for the continued support. And from the bottom of my heart, I got to say thank you. And closing out the month of July strong right here as we head into August next week. And also hit that bell for all notifications, by the way. A little side note, once you do subscribe to Fury Station, so make sure you go do that as well. And also, before we conclude episode 35, also go check out this past Monday on Raw. I was back with Pyro with a Raw watch-along this past Monday for Raw, which was the Go-Home show for SummerSlam this past Monday on Raw. Pyro and I were a lot more entertaining than Raw this past Monday, so go check that out as well. Other nice shorts. I haven't uploaded shorts in a while, but the last recent shorts I uploaded from a while ago, go check those out as well. Just like this past Monday Raw watch-along with me and Pyro on Hardcore Sports Network and Furious Nation on YouTube. Go check out all that good stuff. And have a good rest of your Thursday, guys. I appreciate every single one of you. I will see you next week. Me and Adam Carl will see you next week for episode 36 next week on Thursday morning or Friday morning. If not Thursday morning and Friday morning of next week, Adam Carl and I will see you next week for episode 36 of Forbidden Podcast, which will be the Forbidden Podcast episode after SummerSlam. See you guys next week. Peace.